Hello guys, another video. It's my second video. I've just got myself, well, to me it's new, a 16 plate Mini Cooper S chili pack, and at the minute I'm loving it, so I'm just going to do a quick video showing you guys around it, what I think of it so far. I've had it for about 3 weeks now, about a month, and so far it's going great, so I thought I'd just check in, let you know how it's going.
So this is a car turned off, so ignition's not on at the minute. Got it in this lovely electric blue, mini electric blue, which you don't see many of them in actually. Obviously with the lovely black bonnet stripes, I got those replaced when I got the car, just because there's some pitting and things from stone chips. As you can see on this model, you've got the Xenon daytime running lamps and the Xenon full beam headlamps, which do make a massive difference. I used to have an 09 Vauxhall Corsa D before this, and just noticing that difference at night is massive. This has the, I believe they're 17-inch alloys on, black coated alloys. They've been redone when I got the car, so I was quite happy with that. Moving around the back, you've got the chrome door handles, chrome filler cap, classic round mini styling, and around the back you see I've got that Cooper S motif on the back and that lovely central twin exhaust. These were almost black when I got them, from the soot and things from the exhaust, but with a good polish up, and I've heard put maybe a bit of WD-40 around them helps as well, keep the soot off them. That's yet to be tested, so I don't hold my word from that. This is the model before those Union Jack lights. So this has the normal circular lights with this circular indicator light in the middle there. Yeah, and it's a lovely little car. I've had the rear windows tinted as well, just to make it look a little bit sharper, a little bit sportier. But the minute, like I say, I'm going to take a minute now to show you the inside of the car, and we'll show you how it starts up, and then I'll take you back around the outside and give you a little listen to the exhaust on tick over, and yeah, you can see that. We go inside the car now. These door handles are more like a normal generic door handle. Mini used to have a little sort of switch inside here, which meant the door handle stays still, but you push that to open the door. With this, the full thing opens like a normal door handle. You'll notice it has frameless doors as well, which is a nice little feature. Makes it feel a little bit posher. This is your interior. This is part leather interior. That seats aren't heated or anything, but you've got some lovely features inside, which I'll show you now. So now we're inside the car. I've got that lovely leather mini sport steering wheel. This isn't a John Cooper steering wheel. There's not many differences really. There's a little bit more of a grip over here and a John Cooper Works badge in here for the John Cooper Works mini steering wheel, but like I say, the difference isn't massive. Right, as you can see inside, it's still light at the minute, but you can just about see the interior light in there, ambient lighting in the door handles, just going off. And if I switch the car on using this little button down here, I'll turn that down. So let's foot on the clutch and press this little stop button, which glows red, pulses red when you turn the car on. As you can see, the ambient lighting here is fantastic. It's some of the best ambient lighting I've seen, I think. You can change the colour of the ambient lighting up here. You can have it so that every time you touch that, it changes to a different colour, or if you hold that down for a number of seconds until this flashes twice, it automatically cycles through the colours just like it's doing now, as you can see. So from blue to purple to pink to red and orange through to yellow. So it's got a wide array of colours on it. It looks great at night. There's green, and that appears also in the door handles and in this little grip down here on the doors. Also under here as well, where you've got your USB port and aux port, and also under both front footwells. So yeah, at night that does look great. Other interior features, you get dual zone climate control for the front, which are operated by these little dials here. Also, the center console light bar here acts with other features in the car. So for example, if I turn up the volume, I'll not do it fast for sort of copyright reasons, but if I do that, you'll see it goes up and down according to how I turn up or down the volume. And the same goes for when I edit the, say if I change this from 20 to 26, you'll see the light bar in the middle change as I do that. So from blue goes around to red, up to 26 there, and back down to 20. There we go. That's a neat little feature that Mini have put in just to make this car feel quirky. Obviously along with its usual quirky designs, everything's circular. Yeah, it's pretty entertaining little feature. I think to note as well with the Mini is the interior quality is generally pretty good. What this model was made when Mini's BMW, so as you'd expect it should be better than Mini's own branch quality interior. I'll show you through that now. So quality wise, you've got this material here, which is like it's not leather, but it's a soft touch plastic, so it's not scratchy or particularly hard, you know. And the same goes for the top of the dash here. That's the same material, not scratchy. It's a little bit of a soft touch. It's a really strange material that. Steering wheel's lovely. That's a nice solid leather steering wheel. Up here, that's soft touch plastic. You've got this sort of piano black trim going all the way around here, like off Minis of the past. It's a nice little design feature. Obviously these sort of chrome door handles, which do, as well as this, obviously you have your central locking controls, but they do open like this. But despite the look of them, they are actually quite solid, you know, and it gives the door a nice feel. So that's pretty good. Below that, Mini now has the window switches on the door, which is a lot better than what they used to, where they had their window switches in the centre. This makes a lot more sense to me, and I think to most drivers. Yeah, and they're a nice chrome finish, feel really solid, which is great. And just above that you have your door mirror controls. Yeah, so interior's pretty nice quality. All the switches and dials feel really well damped and good to use. I love that they've got the little sort of, if I turn that off, auto, you can then also, you know, control your climate control there. You can choose where you want your blowout to be facing, which is a neat little way to do it there. Just below that you have those typical Mini sort of jet fighter style switches, which are great. I love them. Maybe in like a big kid inside. So you've got, I'm not sure what that is. What's that? Automatic? Maybe it's your start stop, I'm not too sure. This here is your traction control on or off, which I'm going to definitely keep that on. And just above that you've got your AC max, AC, sort of your circulation. This car actually also comes with a heated front windscreen, which is great for a little car like this. Not many of them have that. So you've got your windscreen controls there, which is dead handy. Controls for the infotainment system are down here, which is a little bit like BMW's old iDrive. You know, it's not too far different. Back options. It's controlled with this little swivel wheel here. So, for example, here I can go up and down with the swivel wheel. And if we press menu, that brings up this screen. Now on this model it doesn't have the navigation or anything, so we'll go through what we've got. We've got radio, multimedia, telephone, contacts, Mini connected, vehicle information, and settings. I'll show you a little bit of those later, I'm not going to depth. So yeah, this has got Bluetooth for your telephone as well, so you can control those sort of things down here, and audio. Just your fast buttons. Another thing to note down here as well is just below the shifter. You've got 3 different modes. You've got green mode, so if I flick it onto green mode, it tells you there you got a little motif of the car, low consumption, driving fun, green mode, but I wouldn't recommend that. It does take a lot of the car's performance away. Flick that back that way, puts it back into mid mode, which is typical Mini driving and fun. And you see it flicks over as well. And then flick it one more that way, and it puts it into sport mode, which is obviously my favourite mode. Maximum go-kart feeling, a little sporty motif there, which is great. It's all good fun inside the Mini, obviously. I'll keep it in that for now, for a little bit later on. A couple of more things about the infotainment system. If we got a Mini connected, you can connect your phone in here and you get a few little apps. Most of the stuff has been taken off the Mini connected app now though, some of its main features, which has annoyed quite a few users. Like you've got mobile care, hotline, your service, which gives you, a number to call from Mini. If we go back onto vehicle information, which is quite a handy little feature, we get vehicle status, for example, and that shows you your tyre pressure, engine oil level. That should say, hopefully it should say okay, yeah, engine oil level okay, service requirements, check control, all those sort of things. I'll not go into massive depth about it. Driving excitement, that gives you sort of your power and torque and things. Owner's handbook on board computer, you can sort of look through the whole handbook on your screen. Yeah, there's loads of different things you can do. You can control loads of different settings on the screen, what it shows you, how it's laid out. But we'll not go through that in this video. I might do a separate video on that in the future. Just whilst we're looking here, this is your traffic announcement button. You can press that to turn traffic announcements on or turn them off. Mode, your radio buttons as well, and your presets here, which I won't be using very often. These seats are really lovely. Although they're part leather, they really hug you really tightly. Great bolsters on them, which is the sort of thing you need in a little hot hatch like this one. Big sort of, it's a strange layout in the centre here. It's a big plastic centre console, but it's really solidly built. There's not much on it. You can get models with an armrest here, just mine hasn't got that fitted. But it all feels really solid, and I'm dead happy with that at the minute, the way it is. Looking up here, you've got your lights for either side. Obviously the same on that side, and you've got your whole interior lights here for the centre bit. You've also got, like I mentioned earlier, ambient lighting settings here. You've got airbag button here, and your SOS button, which is to call emergency services to your position if you ever do need that, which fingers crossed I won't be using. Quick look at the centre dials here. As you can see, Mini have now moved their speedo from the centre to where it should be, which is a big improvement for me. I would have never bought a Mini with speedo in the centre. It's just something I'm a little bit conscious over. Also, you've got your rev counter here to the left, which is a nice little sort of retro style there. Yeah, it's really functional. You got a little bit of information at the bottom there, like your mileage that you've got left in your tank. Mileage you've done it like on some different trips, time, temperature, what gear you're in and what mode you're in. So yeah, it's pretty useful. As you can see, there's a few different features the car could have, which mine don't. And along here on the right hand side is your fuel gauge, which I think is really sporty and fun, just like everything else in the Mini. It's basically you've got your empty, and every bar you've got gone up the side till full and halfway. Yeah, it's a good little bit of fun. Right, stepping back outside the car, I'm going to show you a little bit of the car's exhaust now. So hopefully you guys got a good little example there of what the exhaust sounds like in sport mode. When you rev it over sort of 4,000 RPM in sport, it gives that lovely little pop and crackle. It is addictive. It's a great little feature the Mini has, and I've been sort of reaping the benefits of that recently. Obviously, me being the age I am, not going mad, but doing it within reason. It's good fun. One thing I didn't mention earlier, I forgot to mention, was the little Mini side plates you've got here on the doors. The last owner, it's only had one owner, this car, was obviously not bothered to take the blue wrapping off this side. And I think I'm going to do the same. I'm going to leave it on just to make sure it doesn't get scuffed or anything. To be honest with you, it kind of goes with the car. I'm going to climb into the back to show you what it's like. Not because it isn't comfortable, the seats are really comfortable. Like I say, it's still got the part leather interior on the back, and the seats are comfy. And there is enough room, to be honest with you. There is enough leg room and there is enough headroom with this roof not being slanted or anything. It can feel a little bit dark, a little bit tight sometimes, but like I say, the seats are comfy. They're not like bench seats, which you do get in some other cars. Although this car is only a 4-seater, which does actually mean you get a little bit more room. You're not trying to cram, more people in the back. It's got ISOFIX points in both seats as well, which are really handy if you are carrying children. Now the boot, as you can see, isn't the biggest of boots. We'll just look at this section for now. For example, it's not very deep to go inside the car. It's not that high. However, you do under here get quite a lot of underfloor storage, and this car does come with a little sort of storage net there, which I haven't used yet. I was carrying some golf clubs earlier, so I've got one seat down already. They're dead easy to operate. You just pull this toggle here, lift that up, push it forward, and they fold flat, and you get a lovely flat low bed as well, which is great. Not the biggest of boots, but it does make a difference if you are trying to carry some more stuff. Quick little look around the front and the back of the car now. The lights have just come on. We've got the full beams on now, but you might just be able to see where the daytime running headlamps are around the edge there, sort of that semicircle look, and the full xenon beams as well on either side, which is a nice little look. It does make the car look a little bit more premium. And coming around the back of the car, you might not be able to see these so much, but you can just about see the rear tail lights on there, which are a nice little sport. Some of the styling quirks you would usually see on a Mini Cooper S, could set it apart from other Mini models. There's obviously a little S badge here on the front grille, a little bonnet scoop, and these big air intakes down the bottom here. Right, few little tech specs on this Mini. The 2016 Mini Cooper S has a 2-litre turbocharged engine. It's it's BMW's twin power turbo, so it's it's a turbo which produces a little bit more power than a usual turbo would. So this car has, I think it's 192 brake horsepower, which is plenty enough for a car this size, and it's great fun to drive. 0 to 60 does that in about 6.8 seconds, and the top speed I think is 143. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's around that ballpark. I'll not be doing that speed anyway, so I'll never be able to test it for you. Just sort of give you a few little sort of sporty features. So when you're in sport mode and you get over a certain speed, you're changing gears. The turbo sounds amazing. There's a lovely little turbo whistle in there, and you can really hear it in this car. It's really smooth. Another sporty feature this car has, which I found really handy, is it auto revs on the downshift, so you can switch down from say 3rd to 2nd and match those revs. So it makes you sound like a great driver when really you might not be the best. That's a really nice little sporty feature that this car has, and it's really well done. It's a good chunky gearbox. It feels great when you're driving. Quick little thing, the gear stick as well, although it may look a little bit tall, the shifts on it are really smooth and actually not that long. They're really chunky. Gives that really good sporty feel, that go-kart feel that Mini's looking for. And it has 6 gears as well, so it's quite a good cruiser on the motorway. It's not, the main noise you get isn't from the engine when you're on the motorway, it's from the wind noise, because this is quite a boxy car, and obviously tyre roar as well, because it is on quite big wheels for the size of the car. But other than that, it's quite a sort of, it could be fun when you want it to be. It can be loud when you want it to be. It can be energetic when you want it to be, but it can also be sort of smooth and calm and sophisticated when you're doing long journeys. So it's a good little mix. I'm really loving it at the minute. My review might be a little bit biased. I haven't said a bad thing about it yet, but that's only because I can't find a bad thing about it yet, because I love it. Yeah, I'll try and get a little bit of driving in for you if I can now. It might not be the best recording, but it might be some idea, rather than not having it in at all. Okay, I'm going to try and take us for a little drive now. Literally just down this straight bit of road here. I'll try and get a little bit of speed going so that you can hear what it's like. It might not be the best, but at least I've tried. Put the windows down so you can hear a little bit more as well. Apologies if the camera doesn't focus too well. It is approaching that time of night. So I'm going to take off. It sounds good. You get a little whistle when you change gear. ride is pretty smooth. So I'm just not, you know, you can sort of get up to 40 in a second pretty fast. And it's sort of, there's no drama. It just does it, you know, it takes off in wafts. As opposed to it being all rattly and you feel like you're going to lose control. It's pretty stable. You don't often hear the pops and bangs when you're driving, usually if you rev it when you're still. But then again, you don't, well, I don't usually rev over 4,000 RPM when I'm driving. I'll take you back down this little road now. I'm pretty sure there's no speed limits on this road. I haven't been told either way, so don't be mad at me, obviously I won't get in trouble. Make sure there's no cars coming as well. Hopefully you can hear a little turbo whistle there. I'm not too sure if you can. You're not too close to the window at the minute, so you might not be able to. Take this a little bit. You might be able to hear this. I got on to third. No, hang on. Got a straight bit coming up here. Yeah, it just handles great there. It's quite smooth over these bumps as well. Might not be so smooth for you, but that changes out on the downshift in a second. Now back into third. Back into second, you can hear that downshift and the rev matching. I'll not rev it too bad. But yeah, it's great fun to drive. Yeah, it's great fun to drive. Hopefully that gives you a little insight to it. Maybe not so much. I'll pull up here and I'll say goodbye. So, thank you very much for watching. This is only my second video on this channel for car reviews. You know, I'm always looking to get a little bit better. There might be things I've missed out. I might do a video purely on the infotainment system in the future. If you are watching this, you might not, well, you're watching it, you know. If you're watching this and you want to see an infotainment review by me, please feel free to comment and let me know what you thought. Yeah, other than that, please, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. Please leave a comment saying how I can improve and what you'd like to see in the future, if there is anything you'd like to see in the future. Yeah, all the best. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.